Don't be scared.
I don't think we're waiting for anybody. You may go.
You're up.
You're up. Do it.
Daryl, go.
Go. Yes.
I'm not going first.
You're special. 35 years, man. 35
I'm special. I'm short yellow bus special.
I didn't qualify.
No argument.
Well, okay. Well, I wasn't really ready to go first, but I guess I will give it a shot. So it used to be that Richard had cakes that looked like Panetti, but now I guess he needs a car to get Panetti.
You sound like someone in Iraq.
Yeah.
How's the desert?
I hate this life, unfortunately.
Yeah. I take you too.
Richard's getting a little older. That it's been a long journey for Richard. Well, except when it comes to his hair. Richard's he's losing so much hair that when Banshee nags at him now, his scalp is turning gray. His barber started asking, when he asked for a trim, when he asked for a haircut, his barber started asking about which one. Back when we were younger, a lot younger, Richard would get angry at anyone who ever called him homie. Doesn't have to worry about that so much anymore because now people are just calling me Chromie. Richard and I used to shoot a lot of pool together, but we had to stop. People kept hitting him in the head with their Q6. But Richard has his shortcomings when it comes to one head. He makes up for it with the other. It used to be that his head was so long that it only seen his Boston pictures. But now, as he's gotten a little older, it's found its way into that shifting age there.
I have no idea.
But I gotta say that one of the things that was always funniest about Richard was, to me, the cheesy lines that he always used, picking up girls and just how he would introduce himself. And probably the one that was lasted the longest was, "Hi, my name is Rich, but that's only my name. It's not my condition." I gotta tell you, Rich, with as many friends and family and people who love you, you're one of the richest people I know. You're my best friend, and I love you.
I love you too.
Yay!
I love you too, man. That's it.
All right.
Next.
Huh?
Next.
Got anything?
I'll go next.
That's funny, Daryl. All the insults were garbled, but the "I love you" part was clearly All right.
Scotty's up.
Scotty,
Video.
otherwise known as Mini Me.
We're gathered here today in remembrance of a great man.
Oh, wait. Oh, that's a joke.
Hang on to that one for next month. Just making sure you're all with me here. Half of you are sold and crusty. You look like you either just crawled out of a grave or about to roll over into one. As for the other half, your eyes are so slanted I can't tell if you're looking at me or sleeping. They said there was going to be some old juice here. We all know you fuckers can afford to pay attention. Besides, this shit's free. I'm not sure if you saw the amazing cake Julia made, but it's amazing.
It is amazing.
I was at David and Julia's house earlier today and watched her as she put the finishing touches on it. And while I was watching, I noticed a very large pan filled with cake scraps and asked, "What are you doing with all of this?" And she said, "It's just scraps." I looked at her and said, "You realize the island folk are going to be there, right?" She replied, "Yeah, so?" I said, "You realize they happily eat goat intestine, dog, and rotten fish, right? That shit could feed a small village for a week in the Philippines. If it isn't pretty, or doesn't stink, or fermented for weeks, they won't eat it." Princess Pierre made it out off his cushy throne to join us tonight. Good to see you, bud. The French are known for their fine wines, and to them, making it is an art. Well, Pierre's been doing a hell of a job proving that, in fact, it's actually the Belgians that are best at whining. And for those of you who disagree, I implore you to sit next to him for 5 minutes, and I promise you, he'll change your mind. Jacob, look at that face. You intellectual, bearded cupcake, you. I know you and Pierre have grown to be very close friends. I should have known you were his type. He tends to go for the gentle giants. Just ask Mary. Oh, Mary, you're so sweet. Call me Captain Obvious, but common knowledge about Mary is that she's had more hands inside her than... I mean, Mary has had her hands involved in the works of all sorts of shindigs and events. Whether it be a birthday, funeral, graduation, New Year's, or something as small as a party in your pants, she's there for you. Just ask Daryl. Glad to see you made it out today, Daryl. Oh wait, I guess he isn't here. Even better. Well, I had a joke here for Denny, but I guess he tripped on his dick on the way out.
You're next.
Adam, how's the day treating you so far, bud?
All right.
Good. Maintaining a friendship with Adam is a lot like taking a shit. Sometimes it can be painful and messy, and it usually stinks. But when you step back and look at it, you're so happy about it and almost proud of it that you can't bring yourself to flush it. Adam's a real problem solver, and there for his friends when in need. A few years back, I had an issue with my Xbox, and he said he could fix it if I was willing to let him borrow it for a month. I happily agreed and brought it over to his place to be repaired. Well, my life became busy and hectic over the course of the following months, and I had forgotten all about it. And was at his house for a party, and he was rather inebriated when he said, "Hey Scott, check out my new Xbox setup." I said, "Oh, cool, it's up and running." He said, "Yep, good as new." He proceeded to carry on the festivities, as I was in no hurry to have it returned. It's been several years now. I've since purchased a new Xbox. And noticed recently that if you stroll through Adam's house, you are likely to see something familiar to you. Like David's Mad Hatter hat in Cameron's room, or Julia's pot in the kitchen, or hell, even Pierre's wife in Adam's bed. We were going to get rich at Jumpy Castle today, but then we heard Ashley and Tanya were going to be coming, so them bringing their big titties alleviated that problem. So thank you, ladies. You saved us about $300.
You're welcome.
Filipino phenom. We all know David's good at everything. Although I doubt you are aware of and or know what he's best at doing. Most of you don't know this, but David used to be a star in the island back home. If you Filipinos take a close look and think back to your island days, you may recognize him as the most renowned, Buckla, I don't know if that's pronounced properly, who was exiled for being too promiscuous. He has since become more in touch with his masculine side and left that all behind him.
I get it. I had to ask, but I get it now.
I would like us all to take a moment and give our wonderful hostess a hand for putting this all together.
Hey! Here, here! Here, here!
No,
a lot of work has gone in today, and she's done a hell of a job
Be yourself.
of turning a degrading douchebag dick into a delightful, dependable dad.
Aww.
Sometimes as we grow older, we find that our goofy and awkward looks as children are really a blessing in disguise. When Rich was a child, he went to Disneyland, and just like most children, he was very excited. Although sadly, throughout the day, children were walking up and shoving peanuts into his nose as they were mistaking him for Dumbo the elephant. Have you ever heard someone say that they should have been born in a different era? Well, Rich should have been born in a different country. If he grew up in India, he would have statues and temples and monuments constructed in his honor, and he would have been worshipped like a god. Well, years later, after the rest of his body had a chance to catch up with enormous ears and nose, Rich was in the Philippines on a sexcapade. Which brings me to the real story of how Rich and Vanjie met. You may have heard it was online, but I'm here to set the record straight. Rich was taking a break from the festivities of the nudist street fair that was taking place at the time when a young, naive, and beautiful Vanjie walked up with a bag of peanuts and started feeding them to his dick. Once the entire...
Close.
Once the entire bag was empty and all the nuts shelved, Vanjie had won Rich's heart. Then Rich, not wanting this charade and newfound fetish to end, he pulled out his wallet and handed Vanjie money to go buy a new bag of nuts. Once Vanjie realized this was no elephant she had been feeding, and Rich's wallet was bigger than his trunk, he acquired her heart, and a bond of true love was born. Rich is a total contradiction. He claims he is Jewish, yet he is one of the most giving people I know. I won't cite examples, although I'm all sure you have been at the receiving end of his generosity at some point or another.
You're here?
Here's a fun story to help you understand my perception of Rich. My girlfriend Amanda was staying with Rich a few years ago when we first started dating. And we had the house to ourselves, and an afternoon of passion transpired. Afterwards, I was resting on the edge of the bed while she was off freshening up, when her door swings open, and there's Rich, standing in front of my naked, bewildered, nervous self, pondering what fashion of ass-kicking I was going to be receiving in the moments to come. When Rich delves into a conversation of seemingly meaningless chatter until Amanda returns to the room to find her naked boyfriend and father chatting away, to which she asks her, "Do you guys like to go to dinner later?" And then says, "It's been a while since I've had some green banana." And then proceeded to make his exit from the room to leave me startled, puzzled, and laughing. I found it extremely hard to roast Rich tonight. So I will just say that I respect your character very highly and appreciate that you have always been straightforward, kind, and very extremely funny man. You have been a real piece the first half of your life, but you're doing a hell of a job now, and I hope you continue down your current path and enjoy the blessings of your life. You have an amazing family that loves you, a successful business, and a ton of friends who think you're awesome, intelligent, and hysterical. I'm sure they will love knowing for the next 50 great years of your life. Happy birthday.
I love you too.
Oh, watch out.
Oh, snap.
Can I go or should I?
Should I go now?
Can I preface this by saying, like, it's funny when you read something that you're supposed to sound like it's right off the cuff. Like, holy crap! Look at this crazy crowd. It looks like the AARP men's bus crashed into a nursing convention. I know a lot of you don't know me, but I'm David Nadal. I've known Rich for about 15 years. We've been friends for about 10, and I've liked him for about 5. Seriously though, every time I come over here, all you see are these young, beautiful Filipino women and all these old white dudes. I haven't seen an age gap that big since Madonna stopped smiling. Do you have any idea of how much commission Rich makes sending his old white friends to Filipino restaurants? I'm 3/4 Filipino, and Vanjie and Rich are always excited to introduce me to their friends. I've met a lot of amazing people, but I gotta tell you, it's kind of crazy how racist Filipino girls get when you tell them you don't speak Tagalog. I think Vanjie just likes watching me squirm. Emmy, come here, meet Davey. Meet Davey. He's Filipino too. Oh, you're Filipino? You speak Tagalog? No, I was never taught. Oh. And then they give you that look like they just found out you finger banged their cat. Oh, you never learned? That's too bad. You should learn. And speaking of Filipino girls, what the fuck is up with the Ocho Ocho dance? You want to get a Filipino girl's attention? Put on the fucking Ocho Ocho song. Last time I was over here, Vanjie put it on, and the girls lost their minds. Seriously, Filipino girls started jumping out of cupboards, started skydiving down, man. And the tiny little babies, they know the dance too. And I haven't seen that many brown asses move since the fence fell down in Tijuana. Daryl, how awesome is it that Daryl joined us from the great state of Arizona? Nice. Thank you, Daryl. If you guys like Daryl's jokes, you can always listen to them once again on the Comedy Central Rules. Actually, Daryl and his lovely girlfriend made the drive all the way from Arizona to attend our wedding last year, which was really, really lovely of them. Daryl came to the head table especially to congratulate us and to let us know that he wished he knew that we were serving tacos, because then he might have not eaten Mexican food for lunch. I apologized and offered to go to Jack in the Box to get him something else, but he was kind enough to let me stay. And hey, glad to see that Pierre's new roommate Jacob is here. Pierre says that Jacob is not his roommate, but every day I go over there to pick Pierre up for work, and Jacob stumbles out of the back bedroom in just his boxer shorts, looking like he got ravaged all night by a short, balding European. No judgment, man. If short, balding, over-the-hill Europeans are your thing, that's cool. You just better hope that Denis doesn't ever start losing his hair. No John Alvin. That's too bad. Tanya Payne! What's up, T-Pain? Tanya Payne has great boobs. Tanya's boobs make me want to write poetry. That's all I got. And for those of you who don't know Ashley, Tanya's boobs also come in vanilla flavor. You guys know what's bad?
No.
What's bad? STDs are bad. Do you know who has somehow managed to never contract an STD? Mary Gregory! You know, in past roasts, Mary and her vagina have been roasted separately. It's hard, man. It is hard. When your pussy's more famous than you. Her pussy played one of the Band-Aids on Almost Famous. Her pussy has its own star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame.
It's true.
That pussy's seen more action than the Marines in Iwo Jima. But Mary's great. She helped fulfill my lifelong dream of seeing someone slap the ever-loving shit out of Pierre. That was a fucking great day, man. She slapped him so hard his ear hair fell out. On to our dear friend Pierre. What the fuck can you say about this guy? I mean, other than the super gay shit they wrote on the bathroom stalls back in Belgium. He's got it all, man. The hot wife, the fancy car, the pool, the hot tub. He's living the American dream, man. And he's such a fucking asshole. Don't get me wrong. He's one of my best friends, and I love the shit out of him. But he's such an asshole. As a French speaker, you think, hey, I'll do Pierre a solid and introduce him to other French speakers. Wrong. Wrong. Hey Pierre, so what did you think of Jean-Claude? I thought you said he spoke French. He's not French. Stop introducing me to your peasant friends from Switzerland. I think our buddy Mark from Louisiana got the worst of it. You put hot sauce on boudin blanc? My God, what? Is this the snack you eat after you fuck your sister? Yeah, boo. And don't tell him you're enjoying some new show on NBC. I'd rather shoot my own penis off before I watch some stupid brain cell destroying shit like this. He fucking hates everything, except for the GPS navigation on his phone. You know that movie Her, where the dude falls in love with his operating system? Yeah, that's this fucking guy. He acts like the navigation lady has the secrets to the universe. In 500 feet. Take the 17th north. We're not going to take the 17th north? No fear. Where's the lady? Lady says you should take the 17th north. I think you should listen to her. You know the dude from the Matrix who sells out all his friends so that the robot overlords will plug him back into the Matrix? Yeah, that's this fucking guy.
It was juicy and delicious.
And then there's my good friend Adam Matanasio. Mr. I forgot to pick up my son because I was Uber driving. Have you guys heard that Adam's looking for a new job? Of course you have! He's spoken about it 500 times! Adam's about as secretive as a herpes cold sore. But Adam's in a band now, which he loves telling me about since I'm not in the band anymore. And it's that awesome passive-aggressive, I'm in a new band attitude. Oh, you know, we took the bike room. We had an after party at Harvey Weinstein's house, but it's no big deal.
Totally. That's you.
Adam's the one guy on stage without an amplifier, so it's kind of like watching Australia's Got Talent, Air Didgeridoo edition. Watching him on stage with that monster, it's crazy. It's kind of like watching a kid with Down syndrome blow Denis.
The bad ones too. It's funny.
And Adam's the only white dude up there surrounded by black dudes. So watching them on stage is like watching a bowl of Raisin Bran if the raisins are winning. Our newest best friends Ethan and Van are here.
Oh. Oh, hey.
He's in the closet.
E and V are the newest additions to this fucked up group. It's a crazy dynamic with them since Van is the Jabba the Hutt of the relationship while Ethan plays the sexy Princess Leia. And it's so great to find out that I'm not the only one who has this much couch to sit on. She'll wait till Ethan has moved her legs to take his tiny ass place on the couch before she asks him to go get her something from the kitchen.
That does happen.
And Van and I definitely have a big brother-little sister relationship, but it's a blessing and a curse when a friend becomes a younger sibling. When we get back to my house, Van opens up my fridge and lets me know that we only have one rock star left, but it's okay because we can share it. Thanks, Van. And Ethan is my brother in arms. We share stories of being in bands, never making any money, never getting signed. Collectively, Ethan and I have made about enough money from our music careers to buy matching butt plugs. So that's not so bad. Ethan's the last guy in our crew that's hanging onto the rock and roll dream and keeping his hair long. But it turns out that, like me, Van likes seeing glasses and pigtails when somebody's sucking her cock. Glad to see that the Douchemaster General is here. Scott and Mandy drove all the way out from White Trash, California. I heard Scott and his family almost died when a tornado came out of nowhere in Colorado when they all gathered for his dad's wedding. Turns out the universe doesn't like it when that many Grogans gather in one place. Scott's one of my best friends, partner in crime, and basically like a little brother. You know, if my little brother was taller, whiter, and loved punching himself in the dick. I love him to death, but he is a douche. Scott is such a douchebag. His cock, he's such a douchebag, his cock is sponsored by Massengill. But hey, you get him hard and it smells like springtime. So maybe it's not all bad. Scott's a very talented carpenter. In fact, he built the ridiculously beautiful centerpiece boxes at my wedding. But I gotta tell you, I think he missed his calling as an actor. The drama that this guy brings to this group will blow your mind. Scott's a veritable jack of all trades. He knows about carpentry, plumbing, getting pulled over for speeding, going to court, getting your car impounded, and extremely strange dating practices. Scott's about as good at dating as the little dude from Game of Thrones is at reaching my kitchen cupboard. He can't quite get it. In fact, Scott's like every Game of Thrones season finale ever. It's getting to the end of the episode, and you think, everything's fine, right? Everything's fine. And then wham! Everything's fine! Everything's fine! That feeling of what the fuck just happened, that's what it's like hanging out with Scott. Before we move on, let's please recognize our lovely hostess, Vanjie. We call her Tiny Brown Magic. Vanjie, I don't know what kind of crazy black magic your ancestors passed on to you, but the miracles you've worked turning this lumpy bag of arrogance, jizz, and hot air into something you can actually take out into public is astounding. So, to the man of the hour, the biggest douchebag any of us have ever met, Rich Novac. 50? Wow. Holy shit, man, this is starting to get serious. Back in the day, you knew you could always sneak into Rich's medicine cabinet and find a host of condoms and aftershave. But now when you open it, all you find is baby aspirin, tampons, Viagra. He's getting old, man, he's getting old. After our softball game ended last week at 5 p.m., we asked Rich if he wanted to join us for dinner, and he goes, "Dinner? Are you kidding me? I had dinner hours ago." Beer and I were talking about getting older the other day, so naturally, Rich's big 5-0 came up. Beer remarked that he was surprised that Rich hadn't done anything crazy for his midlife crisis. Midlife crisis? Are you saying this guy's going to make it to 100? God save us all. You probably don't know that Rich is a very talented tax professional, and there's proof. Adam, Mary, and Pierre are in jail. You probably didn't know about his other failed careers before discovering tax law. He tried his hand at comedy. He tried being a DJ. And he tried pleasing white women. I remember the day he declared that he gave up on white girls. Rich has been stepped on by more white women than the floor mats at Macy's. Rich used to be on our softball team, but it turned out after a couple seasons he fucking sucks at softball. He's a pretty gay fan though, and an even better sponsor. But this guy couldn't hit wire if he fell out of a boat. He couldn't catch a cold. He couldn't run to second base if second base was an all-Filipino girl blowjob convention. See, a lot of you have only met sweet, conservative, married Big Daddy Rich. You didn't meet the testosterone-soaked, womanizing douche nozzle I met 15 years ago. My wife tells me the first time she met Rich, he didn't even say hello. He just grabbed her boobs. Man, you can't even say hello. Rich was like the Bob Saget of our group. You know, Bob Saget were meaner, uglier, and Jewier. And now look at him. Fat, happy, monogamous. Not at all that bitter, venom-spewing pussy chaser history. What a metamorphosis. I haven't seen a transformation this severe since Chastity Bono chopped off her tits and started salsa dancing. He used to be mean, man, mean. And I remember that first trip he took to the Philippines when he met Vanjie. Man, you could really feel that something amazing was about to happen. And when he picked up Vanjie from the FedEx office, took all the fragile stickers off. It was on, man. Rich 2.0 was born. Julia and I joked that wouldn't it be karmic justice if Rich and Vanjie had kids and all he got were girls? And lo and behold, the universe delivered. The universe delivered. Take it good, this semi-young, still has some hair on his head motherfucker now. Because in 12 years, he won't exist. The great karmic boomerang of justice, whose lofty 30-year flight will finally come down and shoot its salty load of cosmic reparations on Rich's face. You know, it's easy to shit all over Rich for what a lousy piece of crap he is. But you know what? It's even easier to sing the praises of Rich 2.0.
Yes.
This new guy is fucking amazing. A great husband and an unbelievable, loving, and doting father. You know, the night that I proposed to my wife, a lot of you guys were there. He asked me where we thought we might like to get married. And I told him that our dream venue was the Japanese Garden at Cal State Long Beach, but that it was out of our price range. And before the night was over, he'd schemed with Mary and Pierre and my dad, and he took us aside and told us that they would cover all the costs of the venue. And sure enough, 7 months later, I was married there. You know, at that time, I would have definitely have told you that Rich and I had grown closer, but that he thought so much of Julia and I that he would pay for us to have the wedding of our dreams. You took my breath away, man. That will remain one of the most generous things that anyone has ever done for me, and I will never forget it. It's been my belief that Rich's altruism and generosity is directly related to the goodness and love that he has created and found with his new family life. That his good fortune and outlook have spawned from feeling blessed.